welcome back to Demented Collective. As always, I'm Gary.
David.
And today, what film are we doing?
Fatal Games.
Oh!
Fatal Games from 1984. A classic you've probably never seen.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe a classic you've probably never seen.
It ties into the Olympics. So, and the Olympics are happening right now. Mm-hmm. So we figured, you know what? Let's give it a go.
Did you hear about that Turkish sharpshooter that won second place?
Dude, that guy's awesome.
Right? I'm like, dude,
but
no goggles or nothing.
That's just how he shoots. He's been in like 5 Olympics. He's 51 years old or 52.
Oh, and he just kind of walks in and bang.
Hand in his pocket, no special gear, just all right. Doug Silver.
I mean, it's not too bad. Those things are like 22 caliber, I think, like 22s.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Probably so they don't hopefully do very much damage in case someone of them decides to go rogue. I don't know. Right, I'm not a commissioner. Anywho.
So, the plot for Fatal Games is a mad javelin thrower kills teenagers in the school. It's like, and it's an academy. They're trying to get to the Olympics, kind of thing.
Falcon Academy or something, I think is the name is.
All promising athletes are executed in the most brutal way. Especially naked girls in dressing rooms and saunas. That's what the synopsis said. That's what IMDb
Titties
said.
galore.
Yeah, this is a fantastic 80s slasher movie. It's got it all.
Oh, yeah. Got some funny lines, got titties.
Yeah.
Got, that silent, unknown killer.
It's got ass, it's got bush.
Yeah. It's got, a bunch of nubile teens. Legal
quote,
teens.
They're in their 20s.
Yeah, okay. Post-teens, I guess you could.
Whatever.
Young nubile athletes, titties, kills.
Yeah. Directed.
Ass, titties.
The director, Michael Elliott.
Titties.
This is the only thing he ever directed.
Really?
His main thing is editing.
Oh.
And I guess he tried doing this as to move into directing. Didn't work, apparently. He edited, I think he was an editor on Terminator 1 and 2.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah, he did some big stuff for editing. But this is the only movie he directed.
So ain't a bad film.
Yeah.
So he did great.
Yeah, I like it. It stars Sally Kirkland as Diane Payne. I don't know. I didn't catch anyone's names in this movie. Maybe Frank, if I recall hearing it. I watched it last night. So, anyways, though. So, Sally Kirkland is Diane Payne. You'll never hear that name again. She was in The Sting with Robert Redford. I think it was a 60s, 70s film. JFK with Kevin Costner. Oliver Stone directed it.
Huh.
And she's still acting, and she's in her 80s.
Hey, good for her.
Yeah. Michael O'Leary as Frank Agie. There you go. He was in Halloween Ends.
Really?
And The Bay.
The Bay.
The Bay. From 2012, somewhere in there.
Yeah, which was supposed to be like a...
He's in it.
I think The Bay was originally supposed to be like a sequel to Last House on the Left or some other crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, or House... I don't know. I remember. But it was originally supposed to be a sequel, but it didn't work out, so they changed some of the stuff around.
Oh.
To like a fairly popular film.
Teal Roberts as Lynn Fox. She was in Hard Bodies. Have you seen Hard Bodies?
That sounds super familiar.
It's an 80s workout gym horror movie. What are we looking at?
According to this is the cast of the movie we're reviewing. You see this?
Yeah, it says Linnea Quigley.
She's
says
in
Linnea Quigley.
I didn't see her.
I didn't see her.
Me neither.
I wonder if they put her in as one of those naked girls in the background in the shower scenes. Oh. I could totally see
stunt
that.
Titties?
Yeah, I mean, she had no problem getting naked for movies.
Yeah, because she has no cast like that for it. So that's interesting. Like, I was just curious. Like, okay, yeah, Linnea Quigley. I don't reckon that's the one name. I'm like,
huh? Yeah,
bro.
Interesting.
Bro,
I would not be surprised at all if they just hired her for a day to take your clothes off. You're
extra
in the shower.
titties. Boom.
These people are talking. Just so
I have to watch that scene again just to
dang.
Like, like,
yeah. Oh, shoot. I gotta go watch it again. Oh. Okay.
Right. Oh man. Holy crap.
Teal Roberts was also in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh, really?
And The Last Boy Scout from the 90s, I want to say. Spice Williams Crosby as Coach Drew. He was in Star Trek 5 in a movie called Bare Knuckles, which is a fighting movie of some sort.
I haven't seen either.
Melissa Prophet as Nancy Wilson. Now, this lady had a career. She was in Casino. Goodfellas. She did the gangster movies. And she had that Italian look.
Oh.
So she, by that point, because this is 84, so she's young.
Yeah.
So by the 90s, when all the
mobster
movies were really hot.
Down.
No, they were hot.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. She was playing the wife of a gangster.
No.
That was her
shtick.
Yeah, and she made buku bucks on that.
Oh, yeah, she probably doesn't. I mean, dude, Casino, because that was another De Niro film, wasn't it?
Yeah. And he did a bunch, yeah.
Yeah.
He was in a bunch.
Back in
Al
the day.
Pacino, all those guys.
I mean, because I want to say, like, the two big ones where I want to say, like, De Niro or...
Casino,
two
Goodfellas.
of the big ones. I think the three big ones were Casino, Goodfellas, and, of course, Godfather.
That was 70s, but yeah.
No, I'm just talking about of all time.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, actually, honestly, those three still probably hold their weight today. I mean, especially because, like...
Casino's freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah. Dude, De Niro is awesome.
Joe Pesci gets screwed in all his movies in Monster. It's so great.
Dude, but
in Goodfellas, when he walks in the room because he thinks he's getting made.
Yeah. He got made a different way.
Boom, right in the dome.
Yeah, Joe Pesci, like, dude, Joe Pesci is a badass.
You get the and then...
Yeah.
And then he gets beat with bats in the desert in Vegas in Casino. It's so great.
Gets screwed over by that kid, Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's right.
Fun fact, Bradley Cooper based Rocket's personality, like on his doing the voice acting and everything, he based it off of Joe Pesci from Goodfellas.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah, so which makes sense because Joe Pesci, like, I mean, in Goodfellas, he was a little guy with a big attitude. Rocket, little guy, big attitude.
That's true, yeah.
Like, and I dig it. Like, I love it.
Yeah. Let's dive into this, though.
Oh, yeah.
Regionals competitions. They're doing the regionals. So the opening to this movie is so beautifully 80s.
Yes.
It's
got one of those, like, classic 80s songs that perfectly
about winning and gymnasts busting out.
Yeah, the 80s montage. Like,
you're gonna win.
You're gonna win. Yeah. Winning's the only thing that matters.
It's a montage.
Montage. You're gonna need a montage. Like, literally, that's pretty much what it is. It's an 80s style.
And it's a gymnast montage.
Yeah.
It's great.
And
I love it.
And it's like, you gotta win. Winning's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
You can't lose. Like, that's just ridiculous stuff. Like, yeah, perfect. And all the spandex. Oh, I literally, first thing I wrote down was spandex, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they're in the gymnast leotard things, yeah.
Dude, why do you think I joined swim team in high school?
You got to think for, what?
Dude, I got a thing for swimsuits, but the tight spandex hugging women's bodies.
Oh, okay, women. Gotcha.
What did you think I meant?
I don't know.
Dude, I wasn't in it for the freaking...
I assumed you were on the men's team, so I wasn't sure what was going on.
We went to things together.
Oh, yeah,
and we watched the women compete.
Oh.
It's not like they segregated us.
I bet you did, you weirdo.
Yes, that's what I was like, look at the outline of that man's dick. Funny story on swim team real quick, by the way, because we were wearing, like, of course, spandex shorts for swimming. So I had been on swim, so this is my second year swim team. And I'm sitting here and, like, I had gotten used to restraining myself because, you know, there's all these, like, fine women that I'm going to school with in, like, you know, skin tight clothes, and the water would get a little cold. You know what I mean? And so I was sitting here just kind of like enjoying it, but also focusing on my practicing, or on my, you know, because that's what stay in school, kids.
Okay.
And behind me, my buddy, first year on swim team. Bro, can you wait to go? Because we were doing, like, little relays. And I'm like, why? He's like, I got a boner from all these chicks, man.
Wow.
So I was like, I got used to it, man. I got self-control.
Right.
I'd save that, you know, it's like, oh, dude, this is hot. Lock it in my spank bank for later.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, but I helped him. Calm down. I kicked off, and as I kicked off, I kicked him in the balls.
Okay. Okay. Make sure that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't go somewhere else.
No, yeah. I was like, oh, dude, let me help you out. Right there in the swimming pool.
Okay, enough about you jacking off someone. So, that's good. So someone, I don't know what I have here. So the opening is done, and then they're taking up screen time. So one thing about this movie, there's a lot of let's fill in screen time with yapping about crap that doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Get to the kills, get to the titties, get to the ass. That's what this was made for, and they knew it. So those parts are great.
There's some pretty comedic moments. So like you see these they're a bunch of freaking college students like still goofing around. There's some allegations to them like they've developed a super drug to make them faster, stronger, smarter. Captain America.
Yeah.
But so like, oh dude, we don't have any napkins. Well, we got to figure something out.
Right.
So they had that big thing. So then when they're sitting there screwing around, and then they get into a giant napkin tug of war in the middle of like this special banquet, and then more titties, and this one scene, that one part with the guy like to his girlfriend. It's like, I haven't found my special workout shirt. Have you looked here? Have you looked there? Did you look in the refrigerator underneath the cheese? And she whips it off, and then he's like, give me my shirt back. Bam, titties.
I don't know where you are in the movie right
cheese.
now. Is this where so they've had their dinner.
Yeah.
They did the napkin gag.
Yeah, the napkin.
And then it goes to the couple who are horsing around, right?
Yeah, and then
the girl
takes her robe off. Like, did you look in the refrigerator under the cheese? And I'm like, that's so stupid.
Okay, so that's where that is.
And then he's like, give me my shirt back. Bam, titties.
So we're 8 minutes into the movie. I looked at the timer. I was like, oh, titties at 8 minutes. We're only 8 minutes in. Yeah. We got titty. Okay, cool. I like where this is going.
Yeah.
And then more titty.
Yeah, and then it spans over. It's like,
it goes to like a shower.
I need to be the best.
Oh, no, they're in the shower.
There's that girl from Florida that's so much better than me.
Right.
And I don't know about all these experimental drugs that they're giving us. And I'm just like, titty, 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 titty. No.
Okay.
I'm clearly paying attention because I've referenced some key points in the conversation.
We get a lot of filler now. So we get the athletes training. Boring. So they have a javelin thrower. Red herring. I like that the javelin thrower is practicing in a high school or something. Did you look at the background? There's like cars driving by. It's just a high school. There's some bleachers.
Yeah.
That's all they're at. It's not like they're at some fancy Olympic thing,
These are supposed to be athletes.
They didn't even get to a community college.
Yeah.
So, yeah. They went there on an afternoon, like, didn't ask anyone. Let's just film it. We're good.
Afternoon delight.
It's a high school.
We're high school students.
Now let's get to the shower. Ass, titties, bush.
Linnea Quigley possibly in the background somewhere.
Yes, she is in this movie apparently.
He loves you. I mean, she loves you.
I'm still waiting on the phone call. Linnea, let's go.
He loves
I'll talk to my wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know she's like in her 70s, but...
And the one thing that's kind of interesting is like at first it's the guy's locker room and it's just men in underwear, and you don't, even the guy that whipped off his talons like bam bam bam, he's in his underwear. It's like they knew the audience for this film.
They
covered the dick and ass of men, but when it came to women,
it was 84. You went to a slasher in 1984 expecting to see tits.
Mm-hmm. Titties.
And that's it. It may be more from the female side. But yeah, you didn't go to see wieners.
Nope.
Like nowadays, apparently that's all they put in movies. The heck?
I don't want to see dick.
Remember, like, we had like a stretch there where it was like, oh, nudity. Oh man, it's a wiener.
It's just dick.
Yeah.
Or man ass.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against it. It's just, you know what? I have those things and I'm not attracted to I don't want to see my own. Why would I want to see someone else's?
I don't know.
Ball check.
Girls working out, lifting weights.
Mm-hmm.
First death.
Yeah! Harpoon!
Javelin to the chest.
Remember Legend of Dragon?
Yes, I do.
Harpoon! Yeah, that's not what it reminds me of.
So, javelin to the chest, but she's hanging from the wall.
Yeah.
So, I thought she was lifting weights.
Oh, yeah, she was
she floating?
Weights. No, she was lifting weights, and she's like, yeah, and then all of a sudden, harpoon to the chest so hard that it sends her flying into the wall and off the ground somehow.
Okay.
So this person has some super strength that's doing this. And that's why...
Kind of. If we could get really into it at the end here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, if you haven't seen this, especially with the Olympics going on right now, and what's happening in boxing.
Oh my gosh, you are right. And some of the other things that's going on, like in regards to that in the Olympics. Plus, this is a callback to one of our earlier films that we've done.
Okay.
You know which film I'm talking about.
I don't. Tell me.
Yeah, no.
If you got to look it up, then you don't know.
No. I just want.
He's writing it down because he's not sure if we should talk.
No, I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, we don't want to give away the ending. Yes, we can. Yes, we can do that.
Yeah.
Bring that up at the end.
So, but yeah. So now that you mentioned,
I didn't even consider that.
Yeah,
I didn't put it together.
But this is and that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, that's insane. But that's the reason why. And every time I see that scene, pretty much anytime someone gets killed with a javelin in this movie, the words that go through my head is from Legend of Dragoon, the harpoon.
Okay. Huh? And I didn't put that in there. I was, if anything, I would think Get Over Here from Mortal Kombat from Scorpion.
Oh. I should just intersplice some of those scenes. Harpoon! Get over here.
I can find some sound effects, yeah.
If your balls a tug, you tit fucker.
Fatality.
She's hanging from the wall, and then she falls to the ground. First kill's done. And they're setting up the javelin throw as the red herring again.
Mm-hmm. Especially like the person that's throwing the javelin, he's got a temper.
Yeah, he does. Of course he does, because they all do.
Steroids.
It was the 80s. If you didn't have a red herring with a temper, you weren't doing it right.
Plus, apparently. On top of that, I mean, I'd be pretty mad if I was forced to wear those short shorts all the time.
Really?
I was on the swim team. You think I was happy about wearing the jammers? I did it because the other women were on there.
I mean, geez, I feel like that's coming back now.
Also, it made me sexy.
Like when we were at the fair?
Yeah.
There were people wearing short shorts. I was like, are the 80s coming back? What's going on?
Was it the men or the women?
Both.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
What's happening?
The fair looked like, it reminded me of like Walmart meets Florida. A bunch of drunk white people dressed in some like questionable things.
There's a lot of buckle bunnies.
That too.
A lot of buckle bunnies. If you know what a buckle bunny is, there was a lot of. It was the country night.
I'm going to assume prostitutes.
Oh, okay. Whatever. We were getting paid to be there, so
yeah.
Whatever.
If you're under the age of 18 and you dress like a whore, you're a prostitute. And I'm assuming all women, until I see their IDs, I'm assuming you're underage. I don't care if you're wrinkling your cum up.
Unless it's Linnea Quigley. Still waiting.
We know. Okay, see, so if it's a celebrity, it's different. We know their age. Wait, that sounds creepy.
True. We can look it up.
Yeah.
On our phones.
Anyone else? Like,
take it back to the movie.
Yeah, we should, huh?
Okay. So, massaging ass.
Oh, yeah.
The masseuse scene. There's a woman massaging another woman's butt.
Yeah. And the best part is, as I'm watching this film, this is, of course, when my fiance comes in and she starts talking about some wedding stuff. So I have to pause the film so I could focus on this. Where was it? Chick ass, hands near ass.
Yeah,
boom.
That's right.
And she's like, of course you'd pause it here. And I'm like, you're the one that wanted to have this conversation right now.
So I actually wrote down a note. The 80s were great with horror.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like a close-up of butt, you know?
Yeah.
And this other lady's massaging it.
The only scene that compares in recent times is No Hard Feelings when Jennifer Lawrence is buck naked fighting those three people.
Right.
That is the best nudity in cinema ever.
Yeah, I like that she just kind of gave into the nudity. She's like, whatever.
Yeah, that's all me. And
my new videos got released with the fappening and all that.
Yeah, she's like, I don't give a crap. It's all me. I'm like, I'm here. I'm strong. I'm independent. She junk punches the guy and suplexes.
I'm a strong, independent woman.
Hey. She fought three people, suplexed a guy buck naked. You know what, Jennifer Lawrence? Kudos to you.
It's a movie.
I don't give a shit. She can suplex me buck naked if she wants.
That's true. I agree with
Clothing for me is optional.
I agree with that.
I don't care if I get an injury in the process.
But the masseuse gets a little frisky on this girl, apparently.
Oh, yeah. She's like, yee!
And the girl's like, I'm done. I'm leaving. All right. Deuces.
Yeah.
More tits in the sauna.
More tits.
And then
womp womp womp.
That girl,
just kidding.
She's the next one. Naked girl is running from the killer. So we got a naked girl running down the hallways, but the lighting's dark, so you don't get a lot of shots. But you can because
she's fell asleep in the sauna or something.
Yeah, that's what it was. There was a dude with her at first, I think.
Yeah, and then,
or another girl or something.
Yeah,
they were just hanging out.
And...
the killer gets her, javelin through the stomach,
and
the effect here wasn't bad. It's kill number 2.
Special effects were pretty good, honestly.
They do a pretty decent job at showing it kind of like enter her stomach and come out the back.
Yeah.
There might have been a cut. I'm sure there was a cut in there or something, but it was not badly done. The guy's an editor, the director.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's known for. So he'd know what he's doing when it comes to editing. And that sort of thing. So we got, oh my gosh. So we got more athletes doing sports stuff.
More talking.
I like that here's what I wrote. I like that conversations happen in the shower. Background is great. Ass.
Yeah.
In caps, I have ass.
Ass, just ass and titties. It's that song from DJ Assault. Ass and titties, ass and titties.
This movie's great.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, I jokingly told Jimmy, my brother, I was like, "Dude, you missed this film. Like, yeah, it was great for family porn night."
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's a good one.
We at the Demented Collective condone family porn night. Just kidding.
As long as everyone is 18 and consenting, I don't care what you do.
Oh, yeah.
So, whatever. I don't care. I'm not your boss.
You don't
Javelin
sit
guy
down
again.
And watch, a film that has gratuitous amounts of titties with your mom?
What?
Anyways, Javelin.
I'm trying to think of our movies. Javelin guy again. Red herring. But no.
Rage.
Kill number 3. Javelin to the chest.
He goes and he turns around and then long distance javelin. Fly.
Yeah.
He got chest fucked by
the coaches like all to kind of get together and like, what the hell? Where's everyone? What's going on? Where's the people?
Yeah. When I don't know.
And apparently it's one of the girls' birthdays or something. And then we go back to her boyfriend's place. Right? Or it's the boyfriend's birthday.
Or something.
And he's trying to get her like, well, you want to go see a movie? No.
Can we at least just go back and make out? I think was literally one of the lines.
He was trying to get her to go to a restaurant because there was a surprise party.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want to grab a burger? And she's like, yeah. So they go to a Mexican restaurant.
You're terrible.
If I was her, I'd be like, no, I said a burger. What are we doing in a Mexican restaurant?
Oh, this place has burgers.
I mean, they do it for kids.
El Burgo.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's burger in Spanish?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Yeah.
American taco. I'm kidding. I'm not racist.
What?
What?
What? That was good. This right here is one of the best transitions I've ever seen. So they play like this guy is going to get laid. And they cut to him moaning. And he's going up and down. And then
100.
And the girl walks in and is like, how many is that? He's just doing push-ups. That is the great bit.
Yeah.
That's an 84 bit.
Yeah.
So if anyone's done it since 84, these guys did it first.
That we know of until we can find a movie earlier.
And just based off of, I watch a lot of the 70s and 60s stuff. And I can't think of that happening, especially it wouldn't happen in the 60s.
There's like a Charlie Chaplin silent film just...
That's too risque for the 60s.
But it was like a porno. Just, oh, and then it pans over. 100.
So...
I didn't know this porno also was a comedy.
Porn wasn't a thing until late 60s, into the early 70s. It wasn't... Okay, hold on. There were stag films and that sort of thing, but they didn't have... this sort of thing. They wouldn't have made jokes. It's just girls dancing and getting naked. And there's sex stuff from back then too. But it was like drug dealing back then to get that kind of stuff.
Did you know during World War II that to make sure that the German youth were paying attention to the manuals, they'd slip in every few pages of like some porn?
I did not know that.
Yeah. Thank you, Cracked.
Huh. But the Hays Code was abandoned in 1968. And that's when porn really started picking up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why it's so big in the 70s.
And the Hays Code, at that point, when it got abandoned, that's when we started coding films, wasn't it?
When did the MPAA get made?
I don't know.
Probably in the 70s.
Fuck you, MPAA.
Yeah, I hate the MPAA. Don't get me started.
They're just going by MPA now. It doesn't matter. Fuck you.
You want to see my rant on the MPAA?
Just check out.
What was it? The Exorcist?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was at the end of The Exorcist.
Yeah. Oh, no.
I had
you
to
could
stop
watch
myself
any
because I
video
started getting red in the face. And like, I turn red when I talk about the NBA. Yeah. Let's move on from the NBA.
Yeah, because we don't want to, yeah.
Anyways, so I think this might be one of the first jokes of this type for the fake sex thing, doing push-ups or whatever.
Oh, man.
I think this might be one of the first iterations of it, if not the first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, and this guy has a chance to be an MLB player for the Pirates, Pittsburgh Pirates. And he's got tryouts because his dad set him up because he's a fast runner.
Yeah, and his dad wants him to play baseball for some reason.
Yeah, well, even if you can't field his glove.
This was the 80s.
Right.
Baseball was huge then, right?
It was hot, yeah.
Yeah, America.
When the strike happened in the mid-90s is when it kind of killed off a lot of folks. And it's slowly building back up, and it has been. But yeah, I stopped watching in the 90s when the strike happened. And I just forgot about it. Anyways, his dad got him a spot to try out for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And this girl's like, I thought we were going to spend the summer together. No! This guy's got to try out for MLB? Even if he's just a pitch runner.
Career?
They have a union base of like 300,000 or something.
You can make bank on that. You're set for life.
That's union base.
Olympic athletes.
It's something stupid. It's something
dumb. What can they do? Well, okay, actually, I should probably. Oh, actually, you know what? You're screwed either which way. Okay, not screwed, but what are you going to do either which way? Once you get to a point where you have to retire, your options are coach.
Yeah, do your Olympics and then go
coach.
Go be MLB, and then you're going to end up a coach.
Yeah, either which way.
Of some sort.
Actually, you know what? At that point, like, yeah,
or sponsorships.
Do it.
That sort of thing. And if you're...
And he's bitching about it.
You got to be one of the really big people to be able to continue sponsorship. Like Michael Phelps can still do sponsorships. I bet he has... I have not watched the Olympics. So I bet he has commercials going.
He's
or he's a newscaster for
he's
swimming.
A commentator and a coach now, I think.
On swimming, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
I think
he's one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is to swimming like Tony Hawk is to skateboarding.
And I know in the winter they get some guy,
I think they actually
Hamilton or something, who was a figure skater. He still does the commentary. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I think last time during the Olympics when they
Tony
had
Hawk.
for the skateboarding competition, they got Tony Hawk in. Because even if there were technically better skateboarders, well, probably like lesser known street skateboarders, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but point is, like, he is like, okay, Tony. You want the big names. Tony Hawk's the big name. And
he's the most world of skateboarding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows Tony Hawk. Name another skateboarder.
Bam Margera, but no one talks about him for a reason.
Because he's. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's Bam Margera.
Yeah. Okay. Name another pro
skateboarder.
Yeah.
I can't. Wait, Carrot Top. Wait. No. Who's the other redheaded one?
Of skateboarding?
He was a snowboarder. Shaun White?
Shaun White, yeah.
Did he go into skateboarding?
I think he did both, but he was pro skateboarder.
He's honestly...
Or a snowboarder.
Yeah, he's like that.
He got golds and all that.
Yeah.
No, name another pro skateboarder other than Tony Hawk and Bam Margera. And Bam just happens to own his own company, so he can sponsor himself. But anyways, as long as he's not in rehab. The guy's always in rehab. But yeah.
Fact. Yeah, no, seriously. Like, okay... any other name that's recognizable to people that aren't like avid skateboarders? McMullen?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I wasn't that big into skateboarding. I love the skateboarding video games, but that's it.
Oh, okay. Rodney
Carrington.
Rodney Mullen. There we go. Rodney Mullen. That's what I was thinking.
Was he in Lords of Dogtown?
Might have been. I know that.
Based off of?
So there's there's a movie from the 80s. It's a skateboarding movie. It stars David Spade, actually. He does not do the skateboarding. Tony Hawk does the skateboarding when he was 16, 17.
Oh, yeah.
Rodney Mullen, the Vans crew. Because they were all the Vans crew. They rode for Vans back then. And there's a couple others. And I can't, off the top of my head right now, I can't remember them. And they did all the skateboarding for that movie.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense.
So, yeah. Anyways, they had some films back then. I was really into the skateboarding scene back in the late 80s, early 90s, and mid 90s. All that.
Yeah.
So now that we're done talking about skateboarding for the past 5 minutes, because everyone who was watching probably just was like, what the fuck is this?
We tuned in for a movie.
Because jackass won't stick to the movie.
Cheers.
Yeah, we won't. We just go off talking about random stuff.
Man. Get used to it.
Okay,
if you've ever had a conversation with any one of your friends, you know how this is reality. We ain't scripted.
Yeah, that's true. We just kind of babble. So this girl wants
Titties.
to stop this guy from trying out for an MLB team. She's a selfish. Ooh, I'd dump her right there. Be like, no,
Wait, you're
get
saying
out of my life. You do not want what's best for me.
You don't want me to become rich as even the lesser known athletes probably make bank.
The bench warmers make union minimum, and it's a pretty sum.
It's the same difference. Like, yeah, hey, you want to go be a UFC fighter? Doesn't matter if you go in and get your ass beat every single day. Guess what? You're getting your name out there, and you're still making some scratch.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so some girl has stomach pains or something, and she goes to the nurse's house for some reason.
The nurse is like, I'll take her back to my place.
Right. Yeah, that was weird.
Show me your titties.
So the nurse's mom was an Olympian. She goes into this backstory of her family. Yeah. And then some dude breaks his leg.
Oh, yeah, right? Doing a dismount.
A dismount, yeah. He snaps his ankle or something.
Lateral bars, I think that's called.
Yeah. A girl swimming now. Now we got a girl swimming. Kill 4. Here's kill number 4.
Yeah, just underwater.
And then she gets a javelin in the gut. So
Dave wants to give her a javelin in the vagina.
Okay. I just got a thought right there with javelin in the gut.
Yeah.
So we've said javelin for the past 4 kills.
Yeah.
And at the end of the movie, I've just lowered my number on this one. Yeah. What they could have done. So doctors find a
javelin
photo.
After javelin, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the killer having a signature weapon.
Yeah, but it's a boring one.
Yeah. If you're going to give
the first one, cool kill. Yeah. We'll get into that.
Because even like Jason, who has a signature, I guess his signature.
He would swap it up to whatever's in the area.
Yeah. He literally, you see him like machete to the ground. And
Freddy would do.
He could control your dreams. Yeah. Just because he had the razor blade glove, that was his weapon as a human. When he became more than human, he's like, I can do more to you now, bitch. Probably literally like that.
Girl swimming now.
Sorry.
I'm just checking everything, make sure we're good. Okay. Yeah. Cool. We got
Ghostface, the
2 bars, making sure that's not going down. Girl swimming now. Kill javelin in the gut. Mm-hmm. So doctor finds a photo with X's marked on the dead people so far. And only coaches and medical people have access to this office. There's only 4 people with access to this office. 10 minutes of broken leg guy searching the academy, and he finds the bodies. So he's
in their own lockers.
Like this is obvious filler. He's walking around the school for 10 minutes.
Kudos to him for sitting there being able to try and kick the door open with one leg using the crutches.
Yeah. So, and running. Okay, so he does a running scene on crutches. Mm-hmm. Running on crutches will always be funny to me. Yeah. This is like it looks super funny. I'll see if I can splice it in. It looks super funny. And then he gets killed. He finds the bodies of the people who were dead, and he's killed. Kill number 5. Some girl looking for him. Killer chasing the girl. She takes a javelin in the side. I think she's the main.
She survived. Yeah. The main short-haired blonde that was originally went to the nurse's office, and she's all like, and the nurse is like, "Show me your titties."
Well, dude rescues the girl, carries her out to the nurse's office, and then shows the nurse changing from the killer outfit.
Yes.
So the nurse is the killer.
Dun, dun, dun.
Girl figures it out and runs from the nurse.
By rolling over and seeing a newspaper that says...
What does it say?
I didn't write it down. Sex change operation failed. Olympian disqualified. Disqualified.
And this is where the... whatever...
Call back to...
This is a weird Olympics this year.
That. And sleepaway
I'm not touching on any of that.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
but I'm also not watching the Olympics, so...
Yeah. We're skimming through, but the callback to our very first film we ever reviewed.
Does anyone watch the Olympics anymore?
I do, depending.
Like, you can see highlights on YouTube.
Like that Turkish guy.
Like, why would I watch it live?
Yeah.
There's ads. There's all that garbage.
There's only a handful of ones I wouldn't.
I support the athletes. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Go America. Yeah. But it's just... I don't want to waste my time.
Just kidding.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I don't want to get into all that.
Yeah. But no, point is, there are some things, if they... I don't know. I watched skateboarding last time.
Skateboarding's fun. I remember watching that because that debuted on the last Olympics.
Yeah.
I think.
And that
was cool. I really liked that.
Yeah.
I actually need to check up because I know that at least the women's, there has been some skateboarding already. Well, we're a weekend. Yeah, they're going to get stuff done here.
I mean, there's only a handful of competitions I actually sat there and...
I remember growing up watching the swimming because Michael Phelps was really big at the time. Yeah. You know, well, this would be the 2000s, but yeah, and he was running away for America, so it was always fun to cheer for Michael Phelps because you knew you were going to win. So it was, all right.
Yeah, anyway, some things I get it.
Apparently, some girl was amazing and just blew records away or something.
No, I'm not touching it.
Was it? Well, am I wrong?
No, I can't remember.
Was it a girl or was
it was
a girl?
I think I don't know. There might have been a girl, but I know there was there was another thing, but I ain't touching it.
Oh, that
yeah. Moving on.
All right.
Turns out javelin throwing person had a javelin.
Yes. Oh, yes.
All Sleepaway Camp, the very first film we ever reviewed.
Yep. And
Angela's a man.
Their nurse's voice changes and becomes deep and manly kind of thing.
He won't let me stop.
So
he must disqualify you.
And it's super interesting. They kind of insinuate that he became a woman.
And then
just to win.
Dissociative identity disorder?
No, just to win.
Oh.
Because they wanted to win. Because...
What was that movie on?
I don't know if I want to get into this.
Isn't there a
Give your balls a tug, you tit fucker.
Okay, so the girl climbs a scaffold, kicks the nurse off the top, and she falls and lands on a trophy.
Yeah, and then rolls.
Of course, a trophy. And then we get the...
Trophy to the...
We get the 80s
montage
winning music again.
Yeah, we shouldn't get killed by a javelin.
That's true. That actually, yeah. No, I'm glad they went with trophy over javelin. I would not have. That would have pissed me off with a javelin. Okay.
The trophy she wanted so badly.
That's
she
the end of the movie.
The gut.
Where do you stand on this? Okay, where do you put this? This is an 80s slasher, 1984 slasher film.
Honestly, I would have ranked it higher, but after pointing out like javelin. And again, if we're gonna compare horror,
it does have a lot of titty.
Yeah.
Got a lot of booty.
If we're gonna compare horror like slashers though, like for iconic like weapon of choice,
no one thinks javelin.
Well, it's because like okay, you can like but she never does. She like constantly throws
it. Yeah.
And the point is like okay, you throw that javelin, then what? She didn't show much versatility of murdering people with her bare hands.
That's true. Yeah. No, you're right.
Jason, Freddy, Ghostface, whose iconic weapon.
Jason had someone in a girl in a sleeping bag to beat him on a tree.
Yeah. But even like Ghostface, who is a different killer every time, who is human every single time, who uses a goddamn hunting knife, is still more terrifying. Like, if someone comes at me with a javelin, if someone comes at me with a hunting knife,
I got you. No,
I'd be more terrified of the hunting knife.
So this movie is made to see tits, ass, some bush, and some kills. That's why this movie was made. If you go into it with that mindset, because it's 1984, I'd give it a 6. A little above average.
For once, I think I'm actually going to rate lower than you.
Oh.
I was going to say 5.5.
But yes, that's why I give it I went 6. It's not 7 because I don't consider it above average.
Yeah.
I consider it average-ish, but I would watch it again.
Yeah. I mean, like, I watched it a second time, but after, like, pointing out, it's like...
It needs different... What they needed to do was, instead of just, okay, get your javelin kill, and now...
There's so many other weapons.
Let's say someone's lifting weights. Push the weights down on the neck until it chops the head off.
Shot put someone to the head.
Shot put someone. Yeah. Drown them in the pool.
Yeah, I get that if she was a javelin throwing Olympian, yeah, but you think she might have also...
Discus their neck off or the head off or whatever. Yeah, there's so many different options.
Yeah, even if she was like an all-star javelin thrower, you think that she would have come up with some other ways to... I don't know. Yeah, I go 5.5. Just because, like, at that point, like, I'm going solely, like, okay, titties? The titties were...
And...
Titties weren't bad.
Oh, no, yeah, that's always great. They're always great.
But
what are you talking about?
The same hand, too, maybe I'm a little desensitized because it's like if I really want to see some, like, great-ass titties... I can look at titties anytime I want.
Well, no, that's true.
I'm gonna look at titties right now.
It's different, man. I see it different. Like with the old movies and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Especially with the 80s. It's a different type of titty.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you can go on that. And, I don't know, they all look the same. But when you go back to the old school, it's different. They didn't have the plastic surgery back then.
Yeah.
They all had their own kind of feel.
Yeah.
You know, their look. They had their own look.
Still, I don't know. Like, the titties are probably what saves. Like, if it wasn't for titties, this movie would be so much lower.
That's why there was so much.
So,
I guarantee it. This movie, that's what saved this movie.
The killer. Plus, on top of that, second time through, the voice of the killer, it sounded like they auto-tuned, like they took her voice and changed it to try and sound more masculine.
Yeah,
but somehow it ended up sounding more demonic.
Yeah, there were...
So, that it kind of threw me off towards the end. So, I'm like...
So, you have to go into this movie knowing it's going to be you're going in for a good time. You're not going in for Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
You're not seeing Halloween. This is a knockoff 80s slasher. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fine. You're not going to have a bad time, but you're not going to walk away with Oscars, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, I'd give it a watch, especially during Olympic season.
I'd
it's
watch
fun.
it. I mean, I watched it again.
And this way you can tell people, hey, you ever seen Fatal Games? What the hell is Fatal Games?
Yeah.
It's this weird 1984 slasher movie.
Yeah. I mean, I'd give it a watch, but honestly, especially after talking about it again and watching it a second time through, I mean, if I was to give it a watch a third time around, it'd be a long breath betwing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I saw this 20 years ago.
See,
that's how long it's been since I've seen it.
So I was like, I remember initially really enjoying this film, but then now talking about it, I'm like, oh. It's kind of like a moped.
Okay.
It's something like it's fun, but then you kind of afterwards.
Oh, the AC turned on. Super.
Of course.
I forgot to turn it off. Okay.
But then it's like going through and being like, oh, did I seriously just ride a moped? You know what I mean?
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Well, let's wrap it up.
Well, so overall rating 5 3/4.
Sure.
But
give it a shot.
Yeah.
You want to see some titty and whatnot?
Stick around for next week where we might have a special guest.
We might. That's true.
Thanks for watching. And as always, stay demented.
Bye.
Titties.